Hello everyone, welcome to DC Minds. In this video, we are going to learn about string type in Python, and we'll also learn to perform various operations like accessing value from string, updating the string, and using escape character or understanding about usage of escape character inside a string. And then we'll use various special string operators like concatenation, repetition, slice, range slice, membership, not in membership, and raw string and format specifier. So we have various format specifier like to percentage %c for character, percentage %s for string, percentage %o for octal, and so on. So based on your requirement, you can use the format specifier you want. So we'll also learn how we can use this format specifier to format a particular values. Okay, and we'll also learn about triple quote string. Basically, triple quote string allow us to span the characters or string across the multiple lines. Okay, and we'll also learn about various built-in string functions. We'll see some of them, and we'll write the script, basically code for each of this. Only few of them will be writing the script. So now let's launch a Jupyter notebook to write the script that we have installed with the help of Anaconda distribution. So here we have Jupyter notebook launched. We can create a new notebook, and here you can give the any name you want, and then you can start writing the code. So for this video, what I have done, I have already created a notebook and written the required code. So I'll just open it and we'll go through each of them one by one. So in Python, string is a sequence of character placed in between either single quotes, double quotes, or even triple quotes you can use. So here name is a string which has value DC minds. So based on the value that is assigned to a variable, this type will be determined in Python. So in this case, we are assigning this DC mind, which is a string, to this variable. So this type of this will be string, that is str. So here we have two string, one is greeting, another is name. Here it is in between double quotes, here it is in between single quotes. You cannot keep something like if you run this, it is now it is giving you type of this greeting as str. Now if you give type of this name, it should again give str because it is a string variable. And you can also give some numbers if you want to give some anything, any character, any numbers inside a string, it will take. If you run this, still it is giving the type as string. In this case also it should give type as str. Okay, one thing you cannot do is that here you cannot mix the single quote and double quotes. So here it is double quotes and here I am giving single quotes. Let's run this and what we are getting. Okay, so here we are getting error. This is because it is mix of quotes. So it should be always same. Like here if it is double quotes, here also it should be double quotes. That is start and end quotes are should be same. Now let's run it. It's giving proper. So now you can create the string like this in Python and you can use based on your requirement. Here I am just doing the printing operation. So if you run this, it's just giving you welcome to DC Minds and this remaining string. Okay, and you can access the value inside a string using indexing. So in Python, the string is stored as an array. That is, the characters are stored at various locations like 0, 1, 2 in indexing format. Like first character will be stored at location 0, second is character will be stored at location 1. So when I say name of 0, it will give me D, and when I say name of 2, it will give me M. This is called indexing in string. So here we are able to access the values, that is character, from inside the string using this indexing. Another way to access the value from string is called slicing. So in case of slicing, you will be able to access multiple values in sequence. Okay, so here what I am doing is I am taking a part of string from this string. So what I am doing from start, and this is till where, basically how many characters or till what location we want to print the value. So in this case it is from location 0 till fifth location. So in this case when I run this, we are getting velco. This is because we are telling from 0 location till fifth location. So this is 0 location and this is O is fifth location. So we are getting 5 values. Okay, and you can, if you don't give this by default, it will be 0. If I run, then we will get same values. Instead of giving this end, if you don't, like if you give this 5 and if you don't give this, then in this case it will consider as a end of this, till end of the list, till end of the string it will be considered. Okay, so when I run this, if you see, it is giving till from fifth location, it is giving all the values. So like 0 1 2 3 4 5. So from fifth location onwards all the values are giving. So here from fifth location me, and all the values are coming. So you can give both values, start location and the end location, or you can just give one value based on your requirement. This is called slicing. Okay, you can also use negative index to access values. So negative index indicates from the end we want to access value. So -1 indicates it is the end of the string. Okay, so when I say -1, it should give me value as s. Okay, so in this case we are using negative index. So when we use negative index with slicing, at that time what will happen, this -1 will be treated as not the end of the string but end, but the last one means second last values will be considered. So now let's run this and see what we are getting. So in this case if you see, what we are getting is, first we are getting s. This is because we are accessing the last element using this negative index, and in this we are getting from 0 till the end. But when you use with slicing, it will be always last, second last, last but the one. Okay, so here it will be D in case of negative index. Okay, so this is all about indexing or slicing in Python. Then we can use update operation, like you can use concatenation to combine two different strings. So here if you see, I have already one string and adding one more string to this name and assigning to this. So this is called concatenation, and we can also perform operation like repetition. So repetition is indicated by this asterisk symbol in Python. So this will give you the repeated string. So you want to, what you want to do, you want to repeat the string multiple times. So when I run this cell, let's see what we are getting. So here what is happening is, we have got DC mine technology. This is because what we have done is, we have added this DC mines with this technology. So we have got here printed DC mine technology, and now this name contains DC mine technology. What we are doing, we are repeating it 3 times. So 1 2, this is 2 and 3. So this is called repetition. Okay, next thing is that you can perform formatting. So formatting, basically you want to put some value in between string using the variable. So what here is that, here I have some company and we want to print the name and then in which year it is established. So always this format specifier, this percentage s is called format specifier for string, and percentage d is format specifier for d, integer. Okay, so and you have to put this percentage symbol over here and print the values. Okay. Okay, so you have to give the values over here. So now if I run this C cell, let's see what we are getting. So here we are getting company and name here, percentage. For percentage, yes, it is name. The value of name is getting printed. And in case of percentage D, here 202017 is printed. So this is called formatting. Okay. So for various types, we have a format specifier available. So format specifier like percentage yes, percentage D, and many others that we have seen in the slides. Okay. Another thing that we have is a triple quotes string. So if you want to write a paragraph in form of string that will be split across multiple lines. So for that you can use triple quotes to write a string that will span across multiple lines in Python. Okay. So if I run this, it will print the entire string. Okay. So you cannot use single quotes or double quotes to span the string across multiple lines like this. Okay. And one thing, another thing to know, that if you put some escape character like this is percentage slash t is a escape character for tab, and slash n is a escape character for new line escape sequence. So in this case, if you put this escape character, what will happen? It will be interpreted by the interpreter and its value will be derived. So when I run this, let's run this and print this, what we are getting. So in this case, if you see that instead of tab, the instead of this slash t, the values are derived for this slash t. That is how many space has to be there for this t slash t, it is been derived. And similarly for this slash n, new line is derived. Okay. So now if you see, if you put some escape sequence or character like this, it will be interpreted by the interpreter and its value will be derived. Okay. So this was about triple quotes string. Another thing we have is raw string. So let's understand the raw string. Let's first print this value. So in this case, if you see, what I have given is C colon double slash and DC mines. While printing, one slash is getting ignored. This is because slash is a escape character. So what is happening? One slash is getting escaped, ignored, and another is been treated. But what we want? We want both escape characters has to be printed. So for that we can use raw string concept in Python by using this R symbol. When you give R over here, it indicates it is raw string and treat as it is. No need to do some special handling like something like this. It's like ignoring one escape character. So treat the string as it is. It means raw string means. So in this case, if I run it, let's see what we are getting. We are getting the string as it is. So another thing that we have a Unicode string. So when you say percentage u, just u, not percentage u, just u, it means it is a Unicode string. So you can represent the string in 2 bytes character. If a string is basically, if a character is a 2 byte, at that time you can use this Unicode. And let's see some built-in functions that we have for string in Python. So we have a function called capitalize. It will, what it will do, it will convert the first letter of a string to capital. So here it is small d. What it will do, it will do the capitalization of this t. And let's run this. What we are getting, we are getting, see here we are getting capital D. Earlier it was small d, now we are getting capital D. So this is one function that we have. Another function we have is called center. So center, what it does, it allows us to align the string by padding some characters on both side of the string. So let's see, let's run this and see what we are getting. So in this case, if you see, we are getting DC minds aligned in center by padding some character. Like here in dollar symbol, you can add any, like you can add some any symbol that you want, and if you run this, if you see, it is getting aligned in center by adding some characters. You can give any characters you want, or even you can give a space. Okay, next function we have is a count. So this basically this count function help us to count the occurrence of a string inside another string. So here we have a string description which has these values, and we want to check how many times this particular string is present inside this string. Okay, so what we do, we say description dot count, and this substring that we want to find, substring, and from which location. So first what we'll do, we'll give location as 0 from start till where. So this is a start location and this is end location. Okay, so now let's run this and see what we are getting. So we are getting 4, means this in is present 4 times inside this string. So here one is, this is one time, this is second time, this is here third time, and fourth time. So 4 times it is present from 0, from start location till the end. If I give here like 15, now let's run this, what we are getting, we are getting 3. This is because from 50 location onwards, so somewhere some it will come here. So here it is 1, 2, and 3. So from location 50 till the end, only it is 3 times this particular string is present. Okay, next operation that we have is upper and lower. So if you want to convert the string into all the characters in string to lowercase or uppercase, you can use this particular function like lower and upper. Let's run this, what we are getting. So if you see, all the characters are printed in lowercase because this will do lowercase conversion, and here all the characters are converted into uppercase. So here uppercase. Even you can use this lowercase function, convert the value and store inside a variable for later use. Now I can print it or perform some other operation. So this is lowercase, so it is giving lowercase. Okay, next operation that we have, encoding and decoding. So suppose you want to encode a string into some format that everyone cannot understand. So you want to give some encoded string, or you want to transfer over the network so that hacker cannot attack, or hacker cannot basically understand the string. So what you can do, you can use this encode function to encode into a unreadable format only intended user can understand. So in this case you can use this base64 library, this module. So you have to import this and you can use this b64 encode, and then first you have to encode this using this python function, and then you can encode using this bs64. So when I run this code, it is giving me some value which is not readable to me. Okay, so this will not be understandable to anyone. Only the user who know how it is been encoded, they can decode it. Okay, so first we are encoding it, and then we are using basically bs64 encoding functionality. Okay, and next we can do is, what we can do, we can use this encoded string and decode it whenever we want. Basically the person who is receiving this particular encoded message can now use this string and decode it. So now if we decode this, if we run this and print here, we are getting DC minds whatever the string that we have over here. Okay, so whatever the string was there initially, we are getting that string. So initially we had this particular string which is encoded now, and now after decoding, here we are decoding it. So after decoding, we are getting the original string back. So here we have another thing, that if you want to know what exactly a function does, so you can use this, the string name, and then colon, not colon, sorry, this, you can use this basically symbol to know the description of a function. Okay, so here what it will do, it will give you the what does the function do. So this is the string, and then you have to give this period symbol operator and then the function name, and at this time it will be give you the description what this parameter means. You can get the description of any function you want. Okay, so if I give decode, so it will give me, okay, so it says it does not have this. So first we'll use this encoded function, and then okay, so it says it has this function, this string has this function. So you can know what exactly this function does by getting the description about the function using this syntax. Okay, so this was about string in Python. Now let's see a simple script that I have written to solve my real-time problem where string concept is also used. Okay, so what is there, I have a file where some data is there, and what I have to do, I have to read that file, and that file data is in some format. What I have to, I have to convert that file into some other format. So for that what what I am doing is first I am reading it. So let's understand how the string is useful in this case. So one place, if you see here, the string is used here while giving the file name or path of the file, the string is used. So this is in this case also what we are doing, we are giving the file name as a string, and we are also performing some concatenation operation. So if you know the concept of string, you will be able to use in your script while writing some real-time script to solve a particular problem. So here string is used. Now we are reading over here, so let's run this, and we were we'll see what is the type of this. So in this case, if you see, it is str, it means it is a string. So value that are stored in this variable are a string. Okay, so when we print the value, we'll get what we are getting. Let's see. Okay, so here what we are getting a value, all the value that are present inside a string. Now you can perform any operation that you want on the string. So now one operation that we can perform on the string is splitting of the string. So what we are doing, we will do the splitting operation. So now we are splitting using the function of split, that is string has the member called split function which will allow us to split the string. So now we have splitted, and now if I run this, basically if I print the value, we are getting a splitted string basically, and percent symbol is now not present inside this. If you see, there is no and percent symbol. Earlier we had this, there was and percent symbol. Now we have splitted, so we have got the string with that and percent symbol, and it is a list. So if it is a list, now you can access the value using indexing also. So you are getting one values. Okay, because it has been splitted now. So one value is this till here because it was separated by this. So now the thing to understand is that once you know the concept of string and the various operations like splitting, indexing, updating, and formatting, if you know all those concepts, you can write your script based on your requirement. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button.